Well, it's still an Ardglass morning, and it's as still as glass in Ardglass this morning. The tide is down, as you can maybe see by the angle of that ramp there, but let's just have a look behind you, in front of me. That's the bit that I was saying don't go over. It looks like you might be able to make passage, because all of that does come awash up to the bottom of that south cardinal there. So I reckon I could probably get through that gap if I really wanted to be silly. But I think that would be silly when there's a perfectly well marked channel here. This morning I thought there's a nice big car park up there, so I'm going to sort out my cruising chute and work out why the heck it always tangles every time. I'm just going to open the whole lot, so let's pop up to the car park and do that. So it would appear that some of the sail had folded over and got jammed in an annoying way. And it works now. So let's see if that works when I try and put it up later today. Oh. I'd like a bit of greenery in there if I had some, but I haven't. One thing I did notice whilst testing this is that these appear to be very chafed through. So I've got myself a nice little bit of webbing and I'm about to stitch all that together. Handily, Graham off Shamal, there is Shamal, said, oh, I've got some green webbing that is about the same as your red webbing and is probably better than your black webbing. So he's just offered to give me some of his webbing. And funny enough, it's green because look at Shamal. A lovely green boat. Well, that was goodbye to Ardglass. But I have got the motor on as well as the sail up. I'm managing to make 5 knots. There's only like 7 knots of wind behind me and I'm against the tide, so it's going to take a while. Tide will clear in about an hour and a half. I should go into slack and then I should be having it help me, but at the moment my GPS is telling me that I'll arrive at well, 8:30 tonight. So that's 8:30 in Glenarm. I do have the option to bail out at Bangor. There's a few people I need to thank as well. So these people here have kindly donated, which has been very, very nice of you. Thank you so much for joining the course for a cure, for want of a better phrase. I could have come up with a better phrase than a on course for a cure, but I think it's working for now. Thank you very much. I had a fantastic chat with Fred. I told you about him earlier. He's 93. There's 2 of them volunteer to run Ardglass Marina, Fred and Ricky. And Ricky is a retired boat builder. And basically, between the 2 of them, I believe they take care of everything. Although they do have a board of charity directors that they need to respond to. Give Ardglass a visit. It's worth it. Nice facilities. Nice little village, great place to walk around. not too sure what's up with the autopilot, because at the moment it thinks I'm going at 76 degrees. Clearly, I'm actually going at 40, and my bearing to my next waypoint is 40, and I'm following that. So autopilot's gone squiffy again, but as long as it's happy at 76 and keeps me going at 40, I'm not that fussed. It does mean, however, I'm unable to use it as go-to waypoint. What I found with go-to waypoint is if I trust it, I might fall asleep. I don't want to do that. Alright, so the engine's still on. But I managed to get that beast up in the air, which of course jammed on me again as it was going up, but this time I knew what it was jamming on. So I gave it a good old hike on the old sheet there, and it kind of unfolded itself and came out. It's not flying beautifully, but it has got me an extra good few knots more than the jib got me, and yeah, I'm only doing what, 1400 RPM, staying nice and full. But the wind itself has dropped down to 5 true from just over my right shoulder. So, alright, 4.8 true just over my right shoulder. Don't know how long I'll be able to keep it up. This is St Patrick's Rock, and they've handily put under the sail, a marker there to tell you that it's there. Can you see the breakers? I guess it must be good fishing, because there's a little fishing boat just out there. I'm trying to decide whether this pole here is actually, first of all, long enough, and even better, doing any good at all. So if I turn the engine just onto tick over with 5.2 knots of wind, I am doing 4.4 knots. If I add 1800 RPM, I get 5.4 knots. So, would I do 5.4 knots without that up and just the engine? So the experiment was made. 4.4 knots. So together, engine and sail, 5.4 knots. Now I know, and so do you. And now my remaining question to everybody who sails with cruising chutes is there any value in having that pole that was too short? Please do let me know. Put your comments in the comments below. And by the way, I did bring the main out and add that to the mix, but all that did was shield too much from the cruising chute, and it just kind of went like a bag of socks. So I ditched the main because I am on too much of a run. I think I'm too much of a run for the cruising chute, to be honest. But there you go. It's adding a knot. Alrighty. Let's see what this turns into. Looking good so far. Not looking so good. Perhaps shouldn't have put the juice from the veggies in there as well. Should have drained them. Just popped upstairs while that culinary delight is getting made really delightful, and looked at my speed over the ground. 6.5, that's pretty good, but let's have a look at my speed through the water. 5.1, that tells me that the tide is going with me now. Let's see what Navionics has to say about this. No, that arrow is definitely pointing the wrong way. I'm convinced Navionics is an hour out all the time. I've chosen to go for the old thing with a handle so I can drink my far too runny tikka beans and vegetable mix. More later, provided I haven't got it all spilled down the front of my shirt. Truly, this is horrendous. It's like just bad. It's just bad. Bad. I do not recommend what I just did. Though, this reminds me of a point. There is one particular gentleman named Russell who lives in my village. And when I was telling him what I was going to do, he said he would be more inclined to sponsor somebody if they were not enjoying the thing that they were doing to raise funds. Russell, I promise you, I am not enjoying my dinner today. You know what to do. Come on. And actually, of course, for anybody who cares to raise some funds towards raising a cure for Parkinson's. We don't know why people get Parkinson's. There's been a few ideas put forward around. Somebody actually said to me on the train the other day when I was in the Isle of Man, they went, well, it's COVID jabs. It's not COVID, it's the jabs, you see. People having the jabs, and everybody's got Parkinson's. I think we had Parkinson's before the COVID jabs, but that was that one lady's idea. It would be good to fund some research into that, and that's what we're trying to do, fund research into what causes it. So perhaps you would like to join us. Thank you. We're roughly 1.25 miles away from the mainland of Ireland, and this is South Rock. And as you can see, there are rocks sticking up out of that, and clearly there's enough rock present that they managed to build that warning monument thing. It's not a lighthouse, I don't think, but it just can be seen. Amazing. There's land. A mile away. That's South Rock. Guess what? Is a little bit further north. Where is it? It should just be beside the shrouds there. That's North Rock. Well, it's all a bit too far away to see nicely, but it's quite green in Northern Ireland. One of the issues that I have right now is this. Not a breath of wind. Nothing. Even the windy meter is saying nothing. So we're back on the engine again. Motoring away. Giving me an arrival time of 8:15 now. And actually managing to rocket through at 6.2 knots over ground. There it is. Yeah. And now it's just started raining. It's raining there in Ireland, but it's not out there. So I'm going to head out there. Keep dry. I like this warning. Vessels should avoid grounding in areas of shellfish beds. Well, surely vessels should just avoid grounding, one would have thought. This is which one is this? The other one was Copeland Island. This is Lighthouse Island and New Ireland. I assume the one with a lighthouse is Lighthouse. Rain, mist, a little wind, logging sails. 2 hours left to go, and an island. An island called the Isle of Muck. The Isle of Muck? I didn't even know it existed, but it does, and that's it. Alrighty, should be there in 27 minutes. But where is there? There is in fact Glenarm. I've just been absolutely battered. Let's come down here so you're out of the wind. With 28 knot winds just suddenly in the face, right on the nose. So it started to creep up. I thought I'll reef here. Jolly glad I did. Boom!
over on my ear, no life jacket on. I couldn't reach that, I was too busy holding on for dear life. But it was so calm, and suddenly it hits you. Crazy. And rain. Rah, 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 rah. But now look at it. It's kind of luscious and green and beautiful. Well, they do call it the Green Isle, don't they? And all of that rain makes it green. But anyway, I'm not going to put my camera up there because I don't want it to get wet or blown off. Because for all now it's only 10 knots of wind. I'm going to grab my life jacket just in case that happens again. Like this gust that's coming here. Is it out of the water? Boom! Hits you hard! See it coming. Bang! Massive gust right on the nose. And then to top it off, you're looking for tiny little things like that keep going underwater.
Did it again. What was that? 10 hours and 13 minutes from Ardglass to Glenarm. It got quite spicy a couple of times, but it's nice and flat here. This is the facilities, and there's nobody else in the way of staff here apparently. But have a little look at this. This lovely Albin Ballard belongs to Alex. He caught my ropes for me when I came in. That red light there needs to remind me that I need to turn my nav off. Just getting nice and dusky now. So, thanks for watching this one. Time to do some editing and get it up to you as soon as I possibly can. Thanks for watching, and thanks very much to those of you who have donated using this lovely link below. I'm not doing this for the fun of it, although parts of it are fun, even if not all of the food is nice. I'm doing it simply to raise funds to help find a cure for Parkinson's disease with Parkinson's UK.